August 1973. A terrified teenager reports a fatal shooting just outside of Houston, Texas.
When I got there, walked in and saw the naked body with him shot 6 times, and I knew that this was not just an ordinary shooting.
The discovery exposes a crime so chilling that even hardened detectives find themselves reeling in horror.
We like to think of ourselves as big, tough guys and experienced men at this. We were all just absolutely in shock.
Houston, Texas in the early 1970s, a sprawling industrial city on the verge of a big boom. There are areas of the city, however, whose time has come and gone. One of these neighborhoods is on Houston's northwest side. It's called The Heights.
At one time, The Heights was a very upper-class socioeconomic area back around the turn of the century. But then by the 70s, there was sort of an economic downturn within the Heights.
There's also been a rash of teen runaways, chalked up to problems at home or school.
Some parents, they would file missing persons reports. They would bug the police. They would look for their children. But those were a minority. The great majority of parents, as I remember it, simply decided that their child had left.
At that time, the Houston Police Department did not have a missing persons division. But I do know that there were several teenagers from the Heights area, maybe up to 13, that had been reported missing in the early 70s.
May 29, 1971. Dorothy Hillegeist says goodbye to her 13-year-old son David and his 16-year-old friend Mally Winkle as they head off to the neighborhood swimming pool. The boys are last seen getting into a van not far from the Hillegeist home. When they fail to return home, their families report their disappearance to the police.
Well, it was often assumed that if a teenage boy was missing, that he was a runaway, or he just decided to lay out several nights staying with friends.
That couldn't be farther from the truth. Dorothy Hillegeist refuses to believe that her happy, outgoing son is a runaway. As the days pass, the family combs the Houston area, offers a $1,000 reward, and even seeks the advice of a psychic.
And his mother went around and put up pictures of him and notices on utility poles and all kinds of things. Now, she really tried to find him.
Neighborhood friends, including 15-year-old Wayne Henley, help in the search effort. But after months, there isn't a single lead. Mally Winkle and David Hillegeist have vanished into thin air. They're still missing a year later when 17-year-old Billy Balch and friend Johnny Delhomme also disappear. Once again, cops figure that the boys had to have gone missing on purpose. Billy's family checks with friends, classmates, and neighbors, but no one has seen the missing teenager anywhere. The Balch family is still searching for Billy in November of 1972, when their 15-year-old son Michael vanishes too. Not one of the Heights boys ever comes home, and still, cops are oblivious to the evil lurking right under their noses. But not for long. The early morning hours of Wednesday, August 8, 1973. 3 teenagers are on their way to Pasadena, Texas, another Houston suburb, about 20 miles from the Heights. Rhonda Williams, Wayne Henley, and his friend Tim Curley have only one thing on their minds. They've come